Have an old hot rod with a big fat cam. Need to crank this stupid idle screw all the way in to get the damn thing to idle to where the transfer slots are exposed. Well, one, that's wrong. Two, what you need to do is go over here, flip your carb upside down, and drill a couple holes in your throttle blades. In fact, this is done for big fat cams, so you're not cranking this into where the transfer slots are exposed. What is a transfer slot? Well, here's a V-dub carburetor off a Beetle. If we look down in here, see how some carbs actually have a hole from the factory in the blade. What that does is just let more air in. So it's the same thing as if this was open. The blade was open a little bit, but you won't want the blade open a little bit because it uncovers the transfer slot, which is shit. Where is it on this carburetor? Hang on. I've only ever had one V-dub carb off. Damn. I saw it earlier. I'm trying to do this by myself, so. Here it is. I don't know why, but this one's got a. Oh, shit. Hang on. I need a light. Okay. So now I gotta open the throttle. This is probably easier to do if I had more peoples. Okay. So it says that little slot down in there. I don't know what the other holes are for. It's a V-dub. Who knows? But this one's got like another extra hole. Anyways. But what that does, the transfer slot is what works your idle mixture screws, which I don't. Oh, here it is on this V-dub carburetor. And if those are exposed, your idle mixture screws will not make a damn difference when you turn them at idle at all like they're supposed to. So you don't want that slot exposed because it renders these useless and then won't adjust jack shit if the slot's exposed. So if you have a big fat cam, that slot has to be exposed for the idle. You need to drill 2 holes in that throttle blades to get it to idle, because what that's doing is moving just air from one side of the throttle blade to the other to give this engine more air at idle. Because big fat cams need a lot of air. Because the point of a higher lift cam is to keep the valves open, is to open up the valves more and let more air in. Well, the engine has a bigger demand for air, and guess what? The air has got to pass through every bit of air that goes through the motor, the carburetor, through those throttle blades. So by drilling you some holes, you can get your idle dialed in. As far as how big the holes need to be, you got to play around with it depending on your engine. And some engines, like a race application, a lot of times you'll see they drill the front and the back throttle blades on a 4-barrel. But a lot of your street stuff, just a little mild cam, a lot of guys just drill the front ones. I guess you could drill them all and have just smaller holes. Just the primaries are drilled on this. More of a street strip engine, but yeah. That's all you really need to know about throttle mixture screws, transfer slots, and big fat cams. Which this thing's got a massive cam, and you'll hear it when I get it going again. Damn starter ring gears out of it.